as usual, we normally drop forecast of what we are going to look out for every new trading week, every Sunday or Saturday of the week. So if you are interested in knowing or seeing what to trade this new week, make sure you watch till the end of this video to see our analysis and our forecast for the new week. So like we used to do, we're going to start with EURUSD, and EURUSD have been pulling back for some time since September after making this new low. EU has been going up, making higher lows and higher highs, and it has gotten to a POI where we are going to look out for sales. But before that, we have to look for some confluences before we are going to confirm this sell entry. So we are looking at seeing EURUSD come down to this trend line for the third touch before we continue up or down. And in confluence to this, we saw a break of trend line on 4-hour time frame. I will draw it out now. EURUSD has been following this trend line for some time now, and we saw two candles close outside the trend line this week that just ended. We saw this previous 4-hour candle close here, and then the next one closed outside the trend line. So we are looking at EURUSD continuing down till this point. This is our previous trade on EURUSD, but it hit stop loss. We are going to take it out. So alright, let's see our projection for the new week or the month at large. So I'm going to draw out our forecast for EURUSD, and this is our target, and is in confluence with the trend line we have here. This yellow trend line is in confluence to it, and we are going to have our stop loss somewhere here. If this is too big, you can wait for a little retracement to this point, something like this. A little retracement to this point, then you can take your sell and then target this low. But for swing traders, you can easily take your entry immediately the market opens on Monday, because swing traders always have room for a very wide stop loss. So this is our analysis for the week on EURUSD, and mind you, we are going to see waves of movement in the market because we have a former resistance now support here. So probably markets can come down here and have some shaky movement, shake out some buyers and sellers, and then continue going down. And same thing might happen here and here too. So you don't just expect a smooth movement from this point to this point. No, you're going to have ups and downs whereby the market creates a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low till it gets to this zone. And this trade should give you around 500 pips, and that's a very good return, and you are risking around 156 pips for this trade. But if you want to have a tighter stop loss, it's very easy. You can scale down to lower time frame and do further analysis on this zone before taking your trade. So this is our outlook on EURUSD for the new week. So let's see GBPUSD. Okay, before I go over to that, this particular zone is a POI I have been looking at on the weekly time frame for over a long period of time. So it's a very strong zone. So it's very strong, and we are seeing some rejections. As you can see, the weekly candle closed with a bit of rejection. That's a weak rejection, showing that the sellers are coming in already. So going down to smaller time frame like daily, we already saw a red candle engulfing. Let me zoom in so you can see it clearly. Okay, you can see this candle engulfing the previous bullish candle, and then the next candle still closed bearish, engulfing the previous candle. So this is an indication that market is going to start dumping from this particular zone. So you have to take advantage of that by taking your entries by Monday or Tuesday from this point, and then write it down to this zone and it will be a very good return, as we are going to make up to 500 pips from this particular trade. So let's look at GBPUSD. Okay, we have similar setup here on GBPUSD. Let's go to weekly time frame. Okay, so for GBPUSD, we are seeing a rejection from this high, the high that made this low. So let's draw it out, or let me just adjust the one I have already. Sorry, I'll have to adjust this to fit in here. Okay, so let's go down to daily time frame so it will be cleaner. All right, so we are looking at markets reacting off of this zone, and then it's about to take out this trend line. It's clear on 4-hour time frame, so I'm going to go down to 4-hour time frame to explain better. All right, okay, this is the trend line. We are still looking at GBPUSD breaking this trend line and continue going down till it gets here. I'm going to remove this other trend line. It's no more important for now. So another confluence for a sell on GBPUSD is this. From this particular low, this higher low, you can see that market has already broken this minor trend line and came down to the bigger trend line. So it will be a very massive sell if GBPUSD takes out this trend line, and we have all this space to make profits from. So I'm going to draw it out this way too. Let's say by Monday or Tuesday, market breaks this particular low, or trend line rather. We are looking at 1,000 pips plus on GBPUSD, something like this. This is for swing traders though, but for short-term traders, you can scale down to 15 minutes time frame, 1 hour time frame, and look for sharper entries that will give you a very high return. This trade has a ratio of 1:4.32, and definitely if market breaks this trend line, we are sure coming down to this low to form a double bottom to continue up or continue going down from there. So this is the analysis on GBPUSD. So for now, it might just allow you to break this other trend line before taking your trade, so that you have to confirm your entry. And if you go down to smaller time frame, you see that you have a previous resistance here that is now a support. I think that's why GBPUSD is still making some shady movement here. So if a candle should close below here, then we are good to go. It's confirming that it has taken out this support or this minor support, and also taking out this trend line, and that will give us a very nice move to the downside. And then this trade can stay for weeks. It can even enter January before completing this whole move. So we are going to look at AUDUSD. Okay, let's go to higher time frame to have a clearer view of what is happening. Nothing is so clear here, so let's go down to daily time frame. We have similar setup from GBPUSD here in AUDUSD. Let me remove this trend line first. Okay, we can still draw from here to make a confluence to our bias. As you can see, we have something like this. Sorry, and then market already took out this low, although it's still very close to it. If you are going to adjust this to this place, market is yet to take out this support or this range, because this is a range sort of. And then we are looking at market coming down to this trend line. Let me take it up a bit, and also let's go down to 4-hour time frame. All right, market has already broken this trend line too, so this is a perfect trade. Those that we are able to catch this trade from here, they should be in profit already, and those that are yet to enter can enter from this point. We are going to see AUDUSD coming to this trend line and probably break the trend line and continue down to this low, at least for the main time. So we are looking at about 300 pips on AUDUSD. Okay, all right, this is around 470 pips. But first we are going to look at taking first profit here before coming down to this particular low, and we might see AUDUSD breaking this low to go further and test this other low before any other movement, whether up or down. So your stop loss can be here where it is very okay, or you can still take it above this high to be safer. So this is my bias for AUDUSD. And then the last one is gold. Okay, gold still looks good as well. Let's look at the daily time frame and see what you have there. All right, gold is in a very good zone. You can see the high or the resistance gold tested, and then we are seeing some rejection from this zone. So going back to the 4-hour time frame, we are looking at gold coming down to this low from this particular point. Market broke this low, broke this trend line, as you can see, and this is more like a retest to this particular other block here. And we are looking at seeing gold go down from this point to at least here the coming week. And you know that gold is very volatile. This small move is around 6,000 pips, 600 pips. And then imagine if you hold till gold gets to this particular low or the main low here. That's around 1,600 pips or so. So I'm not so interested in holding gold from this point to this point. I will first of all take my profit here, and from whatever I see in the market, the price action that I see here will determine if I should take a sell or a buy from this point. But I'm expecting that gold should test this low for the coming weeks. So this is the last pair we're going to look at for today, and then let's look at DXY to confirm if it is in inverse correlation with all our analysis. Okay, DXY, let's look at a higher time frame. Let's go to daily and see what it looks like. All right, when the DXY broke this neckline and this trend line, it went as far as coming down to this low to retest it. Though DXY have not gotten to this trend line, but then it might not get here for now, because we are seeing a nice rejection from this support, and this will take DXY as far as testing this trend line or this particular neckline that was broken some time ago, something like this. So as you can see, DXY is in confluence with our analysis, or what we might see is DXY coming down to this particular trend line, and while it's coming down, EURUSD, AUDUSD, GBPUSD and the rest will be ranging just to wait for it to complete its movement, and then all of them will start moving. So while DXY is moving up, EURUSD and the rest is moving down. So this is the end of this video. I wouldn't want to make it any longer, and I know that this video is helpful to you, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and like our video, and share to your friends. Thank you, and come back next week for the same analysis. Bye.